Welcome to this tutorial on being able to find the circumference of a circle. We're going to first look at the various parts of a circle, and then we're going to look at the two formulas we could possibly use to help us find the circumference of the circle. The circumference is all the way around the outside, the distance around the outside of the circle. That's known as the circumference. We've also got the diameter, a line that goes from one side to the other side of the circle, and it must go through the centre. We've then got the radius, which is a line that goes from the centre of the circle to the circumference. And you should be able to see that the radius is always going to be half the size of what the diameter is. Now we can use two formulas to help us work out the circumference of the circle. Which one we use depends on whether we know the diameter or we know the radius. The first one is circumference is equal to pi times d, often shortened to c equals pi d. The second one would be the circumference equals 2 times pi times r, often shortened to c equals 2 pi r. Now, if we have a look at these two examples, the first one that we're going to do, it gives us the diameter. So it would be best to use the formula that contains the letter for the diameter. So this is the one we're going to use. So we're going to use c equals pi times d. Very, very simple formula to use. But what's pi? Well, pi is a value that we use because we know that the circumference is a certain amount bigger than what the diameter is on any circle. It's actually 3.1415. That continues on. It's a number that goes on forever. But for every circle, the circumference is always 3.1415 times bigger than what the diameter is. So as the diameter increases, times it by that number, the circumference will increase in proportion. Now, we can use, there's a button on the calculator that you can use for pi, and that's what we're going to be using in these two examples. So let's have a look what we're going to do then. For the first one, we've got a diameter of 12. So all we're going to do is we're going to have the circumference is going to equal pi, our value. I'm going to write 3.14 times 12. So if we type that into the calculator, pi times 12, that gives us our answer of 37.679. Now, 699, sorry. Now that can be rounded to 37.7 centimetres to one decimal place. The second one, example 2. Now this time, we've got the radius. So it would be better to use the second formula because it contains r. We're going to do exactly the same thing though. We're going to type into our calculator circumference, we're going to type in 2 times pi, we write 3.14, times r, which in this case is 3. So in your calculator, we type 2 times pi times 3. That gives us a value of 18.8495. So 18.8495. That continues on. So if we round that to one decimal place, our answer is going to be 18.8 centimetres.